Hello and welcome to AGT Racer. On today's video we have the final from the Tier 3 Drivers Room Sunday League. We're at the Suzuka circuit, all in the V8 Vantage, and let's have a look at the scoreboards, not forgetting that at the end of this race the worst two scores will be taken off for each driver. As example, Joker there in second. He doesn't need any because he's had 0 points in round 1 and 3. So it could be very interesting towards the whole field, and especially at the top. It looks like a long task, but he might be able to do it. We'll find out soon enough. As we go on to the grid, we have Berkey back in first place on racing softs, followed by Jason. Good qualifying from Jason on the racing softs. Nightmare Racer in third on softs. Boss there in fourth place on super softs, followed by super softs of Canny. Sixth place we have Major on racing softs, followed by Jammy D on racing soft, and he's followed by Joker there. Not a great qualifying for Joker on racing mediums, and myself on super softs, with Munro at the back on racing softs. Now let's get into this final race of the season. And with it all to play for at Suzuka in the final round of the Tier 3 Drivers Room Sunday League Championships. Here we all are in the V8, and Berkey is back on the track in first place with Jason in second. Look at the start from Berkey there. Absolutely flew off the line. And Jason there in second, Nightmare in third, Canny fourth, fifth Boss, Jammy in sixth, Monroe there in seventh, and myself in eighth, Joker in ninth, and Major there in 10th. As we see the Nerf Aston of Berkey charging through these S's, followed by Jason. Jason's really come on this season. Looks for him in the DRSL and in the next season to absolutely charge through. He'll be right by the top. And in third we have Nightmare Racer, Canny there in fourth place. Fifth place we have Boss and Jammy D in sixth. Oh, bit of a twat into the wall from myself there. Losing a few positions, dropping down into ninth. Monroe's had a bad one as well. He's there in 10th place. As we'll jump on with the front runner, you can see he's now pulling away from the pack, with Jason there in second place. As we've got the long left hand set of corners, can be quite tricky. Seem to go through okay though so far. There's Boss doing well in fourth, Jammy D fifth, Canny there in the Bond in sixth, Major in seventh, now progressed through the field, Joker in eighth, myself now dropped right off the pack with Monroe behind. And as we see there, Major having an attack on to Canny. A little bit of bumping and grinding there. As we go to start lap number 2. Major there trying to jump in the slipstream. Canny managing to keep in front. Is he going to go for a late lunch at Major? No, he keeps it back. As we look from Jammy's point of view there, he's got Boss in front. Jammy D of course live streams the races that he participates in. We also have various guys doing commentary videos. DJ Rice, we have Kamaru, Muller. Oh, there's been some commotion up the front. Let's have a look at that. As we see Jason there, he goes off the track. Oh, has a little bit of a wobble and then gets really smacked up the ass by Nightmare Racer. There's not really anything he could have done there. Let's look at that from Nightmare Racer's point of view. As we travel with Nightmare Racer, he's got to go left. He just comes right across the track. Nothing really he could do there. He did brake, in my view. He should carry on, shouldn't slow down. And there we see Nightmare Racer fending off Jammy now. Frees up Boss in second place. Jason there kicking himself. Joker moving on up into 6th place. Myself now having a right battle with Major. Major there having a sneaky look as we go down this fast section into the set of left-handers before the long straight. Is he going to have a look on the inside? He's just a little bit too far back. He has a look on the outside then for a moment. Oh, he gets a right wobble on Major. Twats into the wall. And he needs to be careful because he's got Monroe creeping up on him now. There's Monroe's got the momentum and just absolutely flies past. And can he now all the way into last place? Well, there's been some right commotion towards the midfield and the back. Oh, and you saw, I think, Jason there. Let's have a look what Jason's done. Oh, he's just kissed the dirt there. And then... twats right into the wall. He loses a lot of ground there. He's not had a great race at all. After what I've said about him at the start. And there's myself now progressing up into 5th, Major into 6th. Canny now progressing to 7th with Monroe in 8th. And Jason there kicking himself in 9th. Jammy D having major problems. Let's have a look what's happened with him. As we go back, Jammy D in 5th place. Just kisses the dirt, tries to avoid Jason, and then twats head first into the wall, full damage. Oh, and then Monroe gives him a right belter, losing Monroe some as well. Monroe on full damage, nothing really he could do. Looks like Jason's caused all of this. It's unfortunate, he really didn't want to. Oh, and there's Jammy D. He was having a good race as well. And let's check at the front. We have Berkey there just charging away. In 1st place, fastest lap. But keeping him awake, we've got Boss in 2nd. There in 3rd place. The top 3 really pulled away now. Well, the top 1's really pulled away, and then these two are starting to pull away from Joker, who's up into 4th place. There's a great drive from the back of the field from Joker. And then myself there in 5th. And then a bit of a distance back, we have Major in 6th place, followed by Canny there in 7th. Monroe in 8th. We've seen Monroe get better and better. Jammy D in 9th place. And we have Jason in 10th. A horrible start for some of the guys there. as Berkey now comes to the tight right and left. He does it perfectly though, as we'll watch Bus. He flies through those corners. Nightmare Racer very smooth, Joker very smooth as well. You see the brakes flashing red on the car. And there we have Major. All very smooth so far. Brakes really burning up for Canny then. There's Jamie D and Jason. So we've got a bit of a battle at the back now. Jamie D there putting in quite a quick lap. I reckon this will be maybe a one stop for most people. There's Berkey there. Phenomenal drive. Very quick driver as we've seen in the previous videos. His tyres are starting to go though. He may get up for two stop. There's Bus. Beautiful tyre wear for Bus there. Very good at managing his tyres. There are quite a few videos back now. I remember talking about Bus and his tyre wear. Here we have Nightmare Racer. We'll look for the tyre wear of Bus. That could come very much in handy later on in the race. As we see Joker on the mediums. Doing exceptionally well in fourth. Obviously the mediums there not burnt up at all. And there's myself on the super softs. Just having a bit of a time trial race. And there's Major behind. Same for him. And here we've got Canny with Jammy for company in 7th and 8th. Let's see if they can get through these set of corners okay. Beautiful done by both drivers there. And Monroe, great shot of the cars. Look at that, Jason just fallen right off the pack. Ah, it's unfortunate for Jason. There we see Berkey with a penalty. Absolutely flying on this Suzuka track. Bus has started, he already has pulled away from Nightmare Racer. Nightmare's tyres probably starting to be affected now. While Bus can still give it quite a reasonable push. And here we have Joker slowly bringing them in. I don't suppose he will, but I'm interested to see just how long he does stay out. And there's myself there in 5th. The field is quite spread now. I think we'll have quite a few different strategies come up though. We may see some in the next lap or so. Oh, and then we see Nightmare Racer going a little bit wide. That's opened the door for Joker. And he goes down the inside, he's got the drive. And Nightmare Racer slips into his slipstream there. Oh, Joker goes a bit wide though. That gives Nightmare Racer the chance to pull in front right on the hardest point of the braking on the track. It's very good to avoid collision for both drivers. See Nightmare Racer there, regain his podium position so far. Did say his tyres are starting to wane. See Joker there, he's just that slight bit smoother. As we see, can he jump into the pits? I believe that was from 9th place. There we see now quite in the distance behind myself there in 5th. Major in 6th. Jamie D starting these S's, throwing the Aston around then in 7th. Monroe in 8th place. Canny now in 9th, but he does have a fresh set of tyres, so that'll be quite interesting. Further on, I don't know if Jason's just had enough. No, he hasn't. He's come back out, gone for a fresh set of wheels. The Aston there from Berkey looking pretty, going down the straight. Tyres starting to go, make them in this next, maybe not this lap, but the next one. Slight bit of fuel needed from everybody as well. There's Bus. We've seen Bus become very consistent recently, and therefore with consistency he's been able to increase his speed, and we've seen him in some very good overtakes. As we see Nightmare Racer there, still battling off Joker. It'll be interesting to see if Nightmare Racer dumps his tyres, tries for the undercut on Joker. No, he decides to stay out. And Joker's well within the slipstream now. Is he going to run out of track though? Major jumps into the pits going for the undercut. Oh, maybe he should have gone in the pits there. Nightmare Racer, unfortunate. Just goes wide. Can he claw it back though? As we're on board with Nightmare Racer. Feel his tyres struggling to get through the corner. And then we have myself. Major now on fresh tyres. Jummy D without pitting in 7th still. And then we've got Canny and Monroe. Canny's gained a position now. Just much better grip. Jason very far off the pack now. Berkey, I'm sure we'll see him come into the pits as we've just gone past the halfway point. Oh, he goes a little bit wide there. I reckon we'll see a big dash into the pits. Maybe not from Joker though. Oh no, he stays out. And here we have Boss. His tyres look like they're not going down at all. Will he jump into the pits? He does. I think he should use take more advantage of his tyre wear. I mean, he's got the same tyre wear as Joker there, and Joker's on the mediums. And we've got Nightmare Racer, who really probably should have come into the pits then. And I'll jump into the pits myself. And the undercut for Annie Major looks like it's worked. He'll progress into 5th place now. Big Crew seem to be doing absolutely nothing there. They're all going to get sacked. As you see now, I've dropped a place to Major. I've got Canny on the heels, but he's broken far too late now. He's been very lucky to manage to keep that back on the track. We got Jammy D after his pits. And there's Munro after his pits now in 9th. Jason's got his head down a little bit by the looks of things. Berkey's still cruising. He may even decide not to pit. If he can do some fuel saving, he's far enough in front. There's Joker. Interested to see what he's going to do. Is he going to end up pitting? Or is he going to stay out and do a little bit of fuel saving just to ensure he can make it to the end? I definitely won't be able to make it to the end. Nightmare Racer is absolutely smashing it out there. Fuel's almost gone, tyres almost gone. He's got Boss on his back. As we see, Berkey does go into the pits. Boss having a right good charge now. Looking to take his 2nd place back. As we see Joker. Oh, let's have a look at the front now. Berkey comes out just in front of Joker. Nightmare Racer is now in the pits, which promotes Boss up into 3rd. Let's see what he can do on these new tyres. There's Major there. The undercut looks like it might work for him, but he didn't put any fuel in by the look of it. That could be a problem in a few laps. Oh, and he's gone off. That's an even bigger problem. Nightmare Racer there. Comes out in 5th place. Jammy D in 6th. Myself there. Looks like I've had a spot by that. Canny jumping me. Hard on the brakes. You can see the brakes there. Oh, he's gone wide, Canny. Gone wide in 1st corner. That promotes me then up into 7th, sliding through the S's. Jason now is in front of Munro. At least he's getting a racing. As we see Berkey, looks like he's lost quite a bit of time in the pits. He's got Joker not too far behind. But Joker's on the old medium, starting to wear. He's got to be doing some fuel saving as well. Wonder if we'll see him come into the pits. And this is not going to be good for Canny's championship battle. There we see Major in 4th. Great tactics from him so far. Although the fuel situation could be a problem. 10 minutes left. Nightmare 8. So now on the charge as we see Joker go into the pits. Does this mean that Boss will be taking his 2nd place back? I think it does, you know. He's not out yet. As Major comes into the pits for a 2nd time, realising his error with the fuel. There's Boss now, round the 1st corner in 2nd. Joker coming out in 3rd. Nightmare Racer taking Major for 4th place. And Major coming out in just in front of Jammy D. still good tactics from Major. Just need to be careful for the first 30 seconds, minute or so. His tyre's been a little bit cold. There's myself in 7th. Jason now looking like he's closing the gap on Canny. There's Canny. Canny now putting some fresh tyres on. Oh, this isn't going to be great for his, as we see a huge slide from Jason. He's managed to hold that very well. Monroe at the back there. As we rejoin Birkin. There's no real battles as such on the field. This is the closest racing there is. It's quite spread. Got Major and Jammy D. Major there, he's got these super softs on. Jammy D is looking to close that gap though. A slight error from Major. There he is. Oh, he's had that error now. Gone a little bit wide with a wobble. And not enough for Jammy D to really capitalise on. Still was able to carry some speed. And there's myself. Lonesome in 7th. Canny now. So Canny with his fresh tyres. Look at that, he's absolutely flying now. Jason is in 9th. He's had a bit of a nightmare though. Will he put some new? No, he won't. And there's Monroe in last. Berkey absolutely killing it. Everything perfect. And Bus throwing in an excellent drive. This will be interesting now. We've got Joker not too far behind. Got 6 minutes left. And Joker is 7.5 seconds behind Bus. Joker is a quick driver, although Bus does have the fastest lap out of the two. We'll see what he can do. He was on mediums for most of the race though, and now he's on the softs. There in 4th, and Major with Jammy D there, still hovering in the background. So Nightmare Racer charging out of the corner there. Major just maintaining the distance to Jammy D. It looks like both of them are slowly creeping up on Nightmare. There's myself and Canny. Jason's tyres are getting a bit wrecked now. Monroe. He's got a big question mark on his car. Have to have a question mark on his driving today. He actually started really well. I think we have seen Monroe get a lot more consistent, just exactly like Bass. Once the consistency comes, then the speed can improve. You see Monroe have some really good races and then struggle. Or he'll start well. But you can still see the progression in Monroe. The errors are less. I reckon next season we'll really start to see an advance in Monroe's driving. And I think Berkey will be looking at his driving and congratulating himself. Same for Bass. Really good to see the progression of the drivers each week. Joker there. Really good driver at the back of the grid today though. Certainly at the start he's done well, making himself through the pack into a podium position. Chasing down Bass. There we have Nightmare Racer with his own problems of Major and Jammy now. I said they were catching him up. Looks like Major might have messed up with the fuel. It's going to be very close. I think he'll have to do another lap. Really got to be pushing it and fuel saving now. Look at that though, sliding through the corner as they go under the bridge. Jammy D with a great overtake. Jammy D is now looking at Nightmare Racer. There is quite a distance between Major and myself. As I was saying about consistency, I need to improve my consistency. And once I am familiar with all of my braking points, then I can start pushing. A lot of occasions it's just a jump in, quick practice and then go. But some of us are just born quicker than others, and kind of there. He's quite quick. He's a quick driver, but sometimes has errors which puts him right down. As we see Major there finishing, and Nightmare Racer. So Nightmare Racer did make it 4th, and Jammy D there in 5th, and Major in 6th place. He did just barely make it. There's myself and Canny just pipping Canny for 7th place. And Jason now going down the long straight for the final time with Monroe. I think all eyes will be on Berkey today. That's a strong message. Look at the distance he is. This could be quite interesting. Not too long left of the race, 40 seconds. also. We have Boss in second, followed by the Joker. He's just put in a quick lap. 2 very quick laps. 3 very quick laps. Is he just too far though? He's got more than enough fuel. I don't think Boss will need to fuel save. As we see Berkey there take first place. It was a great drive from Berkey. There we go, the final 2 to cross the line. Boss goes through there quite smoothly round the final turn and finishes the race in second. Joker there in third. And after that race there, we've Canny having not a great race. It's made him lose 6 points to the Joker. So Joker therefore takes the championship with Canny in second, Boss there in third, Nightmare in fourth, Jammy in fifth, myself in sixth, Jason seventh, and so forth. So see us next time for the new season.